Hello everyone, I'm Paul and this is problem 2906, Construct Product Matrix. This is a medium problem and here I will show you my thought process and efficient solution. We are given a 2D integer matrix grid. So let's say that we're given this input, here is the visual representation, and we need to return a grid also, where every element is the product of every element in the original grid except for the current position. So if we're standing here, we do 2 times 3, 6 times 4 is 24. Here we put 24. Next we are here, so we do 1 times 3 times 4, and this is 12. Next we are here, so we do 1 times 2 times 4, and this is 8. Finally, here we do 1 times 2 times 3, and this is 6. So the result in this case is this. My first intuition was to take the total product of the grid. If we do 1 times 2 times 3 times 4, the result is 24. And then we can iterate every cell again, and every time we are taking the total product divided the current number. 24 divided by 1 is 24. Next we are here. 24 divided by 2 is 12. Next we are here. 24 divided by 3 is 8. Finally here, 24 divided by 4 is 6. So this works technically, but we have a problem and it's down here in the constraints. We can have up to 10 to the power of 5 to the power of 2 cells, and every number can be up to 10 to the power of 9. This is a very large number. This means that the total product of the grid might be a very large number also, and the cost to compute this might be very expensive. Also, if we divide this large product by each of these numbers, well, each of these operations is also very expensive. So this will throw TLE, time limit exceeded. We need to think about something else. The main intuition here is that we can take the prefix and suffix product at every position. Let's see what this means. There are a few different ways to code this up. One is we can flatten this grid. So now we have this array which will make things easier. Now we can iterate every index. First, we are here and we need two numbers, the prefix product and the suffix product. How do we get these numbers? Well, we can have two arrays, one for the prefix product, another one for the suffix product, and the elements here correspond to the prefix and suffix products at every position. The prefix product is the accumulated product up to the current index minus 1. Given that this is index 0, here we put 1. Now we are here, and the prefix product at this position is the accumulated number times the previous number. 1 times 1 is 1, so here we put 1. Here we take the accumulated number 1 times the previous number. 1 times 2 is 2, so here we put 2. Finally here we put 2 times 3, which is 6. As you can see, the accumulated product at the current index minus 1, meaning the product of these three numbers, is 3 times 2 times 1, 6. And now we can iterate this in reverse to get the suffix products. First we are here, we don't have anything to the right, so we start with 1. Now we are here, the accumulated suffix product is 1, and 1 times 4 is 4. Now we are here, the accumulated suffix is 4 times 3, we get 12. Finally, we are here, and 2 times 12 is 24. So now we can build the result. We are iterating this from left to right, and every time we do the prefix times the suffix. 24 times 1 is 24, so here we put 24. Next we are here, 1 times 12 is 12. Next here, 2 times 4 is 8. Finally here, 6 times 1 is 6. So let's see how to code this up. We have a mod value which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. N is the length of grid. M is the length of grid at row 0. And we need to flatten the grid, so we use an array flat. And for I in range N, for j in range M, every time flat dot append the current number, grid ij. And now we can see that f is the length of flat, and we need two arrays, one for the prefix products, this is an array with 1 times f, and another one for suffix products, this is the same, an array with 1 times f. And now we can say for I in range from 1 to f, we are filling the prefix at I is equal to prefix at I minus 1 times flat I minus 1. And we have a mod value, so we use it here. This is modulo mod. Now we are filling the suffix. So for I in range from f minus 2 to minus 1 in steps of minus 1, Si is equal to Si plus 1 times flat I plus 1. And we have a mod value, so we use it here again. This is modulo mod. Now, we can say the result is an array which includes an array with 1 times m for a index in range n. And now we can say for I in range n, for j in range m, we need to fill the result. Every time result ij is equal to the prefix at the corresponding position, which is given by the current row times the amount of columns plus the current column. Okay, this is how we transform the position in the prefix to the corresponding value in the final grid. And we need to do the same for suffix. So we take suffix at the current row times the amount of columns plus the current column. Okay, and we use our mod value here. So this is modulo mod, and finally return result. So this is the entire code. Now let's submit this. As you can see, this works, it's efficient, but there are different solutions for this. For example, we could avoid using this array. So let's see another solution. We can work with grids also. We can say that this is the grid for prefix products, this is the grid for suffix products, and we are iterating this from left to right. We can keep track of the current accumulated product, which is initially 1, and first we are here. Now we need to add this to the current position, and the new accumulated product is 1 times the current number. 1 times 1 is 1, so this stays at 1. Next we are here, so we put the accumulated product 1, and then we update this to 1 times 2, which is 2. Next we are here, so we put the 2 here, and the accumulated product is now 2 times 3, meaning 6. Finally we are here, so we put 6. The final accumulated product is 24. And now we can do something very similar for suffix. We start from 1 and we are iterating this in reverse. So first we are here. The accumulated suffix is 1 and the new suffix is 1 times 4, which is 4. Next we are here. The accumulated suffix is 4 and the new suffix is 4 times 3, which is 12. Next we are here, the suffix is 12 and this number is now 12 times 2, meaning 24. Finally we are here, so we put 24 and this number stays at 24. And now we can build the result. We do 1 times 24, here we put 1 times 12, here we put 2 times 4, 8, and here we put 6 times 1. So we get the exact same result. We have a mod value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. N is the length of grid. M is the length of grid at row 0. And we need 2 grids. One for prefix accumulated products. This is an array which includes an array with 1 times the amount of columns for every index in range the amount of rows. And we need another grid for suffix products. So we have basically the same here. Now we can say that the initial accumulated prefix product is 1. And for I in range n, for j in range m, every time prefix ij is equal to the prefix accumulated product. And the new accumulated product is equal to p times with I j. And we have a mod value, so we use it here. And we can do something very similar for suffix. So let's copy this, and the accumulated suffix is initially 1. We are iterating this in reverse, so this is -1 to -1 instead of -1. And here, and -1, -1, -1. Every time suffix at the current position is equal to the accumulated suffix, and the new suffix is equal to suffix times the current value. Now we can build the result. We can use the prefix grid for convenience. We can say that for I in range n, for j in range m, prefix ij is equal to prefix ij times suffix ij. And here we use the mod value again, so this is modulo, mod, and finally we return, sorry, this is prefix. So let's submit this and see if it works. I'm misspelling stuff here, so let's try again. As you can see, this works and it's efficient also. And we could make this even more efficient. We could remove this nested for loop, use only one grid, so this is the result. And now this is result, this is result, this is result. And while we are computing the suffix, every time the result includes the prefix already. Okay, we already have the accumulated prefix here because of this nested for loop that we have before. So every time here we can take the accumulated suffix times result ij. And here we use our mod value again. So this is modulo mod, and this should work. So let's submit this. As you can see, this works and it's more efficient. So if you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.